caught you red-handed. Meg went pale as Tom Bower caught her smirking toward Queen Coffin at funeral. Royal expert Tom Bower has accused Meghan Markle of acting after she was seen brushing away a tear at Queen Elizabeth II's funeral. Revenge author Tom Bower fiercely criticized pictures of Meghan Markle crying at the Queen's funeral when he appeared on Monday's installment of Dan Wootton Tonight on GB News. Tom claimed the Duchess of Sussex was crying for herself, certainly not the Queen, in a brutal swipe at the American. Dan hosted a special installment of his GB News show where he interviewed experts about the late monarch's funeral, which was held in Westminster Abbey on Monday. The royal family, including young Prince George and Princess Charlotte, were in attendance at the sombre event, as were the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Meghan donned a black caped dress and hat as she stood in the row behind King Charles III for the service, which was watched by millions around the globe. Dan mentioned to Tom how emotional Meghan appeared at the service and wondered if the Duchess was close to the Queen. He sarcastically replied to the broadcaster, "Was she emotional about it, Dan? I mean, did she shed a tear, or was it an act of a Hollywood actress thinking I better do a gesture to suggest a tear?" Pictures of Meghan welling up at the funeral have surfaced, with the Duchess seen wiping away her tears with the black gloves she had on for the service. Tom continued to lambaste the Duchess, adding, "The only person that Meghan, I think at the moment, is crying for is herself, certainly not for the Queen. After all, she had been pretty rude about her in the Oprah Winfrey interview." Meghan and her husband took part in an explosive tell-all interview with Oprah last year which sent shockwaves around the world. Tom claimed, "Of course, she wasn't close to the Queen, and if you remember from my book, I had this astonishing quote. On the very morning of the Duke of Edinburgh's funeral, the Queen said to a close aide, 'Thank goodness Meghan's not coming.'" He claimed the monarch could see through Meghan and knew the damage the Oprah interview caused. During the Oprah interview, Meghan described her brief time as a senior royal as almost unsurvivable, adding that she struggled with suicidal thoughts. Following his scathing critique of the Duchess, Tom was able to provide some kinder words about her to GB News viewers. He explained, "I thought Meghan today behaved properly, she didn't try to attract attention. But the suggestion she was wiping away a tear, I think it was just a scratch." Meghan and Harry appeared to hold each other's hands on their way out of Westminster Abbey. The Duchess appeared teary-eyed later on when she stood beside Queen Consort Camilla. In other news, Meghan Markle accused of wanting the reins of England amid allegations she wants to destroy the royal family. Royal author and biographer Meghan McCain issued this shocking claim in her latest piece for the Daily Mail. She began by writing, "I never really held very strong thoughts about the royals until Harry and Meghan splashed onto the scene. Since then, I've recognized that there is much to appreciate, especially the inspiring example set by the Queen. But I've also come to recognize something else. Meghan doesn't mind tearing the royal family apart. And here's why: Harry and Meghan are in the business of Harry and Meghan. And when they're creating chaos, business is good. Because these professional troublemakers have made their choice. After skipping town, they are no longer working royals, and they don't want to be. They want to be A-list celebrities in America. They want to make Barack and Michelle Obama-sized money off podcasts and streaming deals. And possibly most significantly, they do not want to play second fiddle to anyone." She further added, "To be blunt, they want to be King Harry and Queen Meghan. No matter how many magazine covers Harry and Meghan grace, or interviews they give or bombshells they drop to Oprah, they will never reign over England."